Well, now that is a problem. You see these here? These here are wind turbines. They're supposed to be spinning. Wind too weak for rotor. Great. These are my main power production. They produce about 120 EU each, firing down to the base down there. The fact that they're not moving right now means, yeah, we've got no power, and no power is no bueno, for the most part. So, we did some fixing up. I had to do something. I had to get power. These things stop way too inconsistently. It seems to be based around how the wind loads on the initial startup of the game. Sometimes they'll be ripping around, just roaring, generating all kinds of power. Sometimes they don't generate shit. So there's another variant of those wind turbines. They're called water turbines. A tad bit broken, though. This here is a glass tower filled with water. The important thing to note is if I hit my F3 here, you'll see it's in a water biome, or it's in a river biome. Sorry, these water turbines only work in river and ocean biomes. If you can't see what the fuck I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just know that this tile right here, straight up and down, about 3 tiles back and forth and about into that river out there. See how this river runs through here? You have to be about dead center in that river and plant one of these things in order for it to work. And conveniently, the biome goes all the way to the skybox. So, yeah, we're good there. So, I can generate power with these. Of note is that they don't generate nearly as much. I mean, these things bounce between about 17 and about 13. So, you know, I think I have 3 of them. Set up to be the most efficient way I can, with down, what do they call that? Step down transformers. If you didn't catch last time, or if I wasn't clear last time about how these work, don't worry about it. I tend to be unclear with this stuff. Just know that these lines take losses based on the number of power packets that go through them. And using it this way means that we're not sending a 12 EU packet. Instead, we're sending a 128 EU packet down this line. Does that make sense? You can think of it like cars down a freeway. Yeah? We're sending one big truck instead of a bunch of little cars. And for some reason, every now and again, cars crash and we lose power. Good explanation, Whamo. That was perfect. Alright. Did I do my intro? You know what? Fuck it. You guys know who I am, right? That's cool. Okay, so I have another thing that I did to help with this power generation. There's another little line here. Runs off over yonder way. Oh, that's construction foam, BT dubs. We're not going to go into that. Basically, it means you can paint over your wires and make them pretty. So this is wire here. This is all wire. Just like this is all wire out to the miner. I can change the construction foam look. Don't worry about that. It's not important. We got 2 MFEs. That is, again, to, I guess, make more traffic down this line, because these only output at 512. You can see this here, 512 EU a tick. You also notice they're freaking empty because, you know, we're not generating off our big power plant. So they generate at 512 EU a tick. And since I suppose I changed this up since last time. Sorry, I did a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. I organized all my output chests, walled it off, and oh my god, can you guys feel that? Since the power is weird, these things are turning off and on quickly, and it's like stuttering the game. It's terrible. So I found the auto crafter, which is what I think I ended the last episode hastily on. Don't worry about that. Sorry, I had some real life stuff come up. So every time these things run, they take, well, as a group in general, they're not really running all out constantly, but as a group, they generally take about 600 EU. So one of those MFEs down there only generates 512. It can only push 512 at max, and my lights take about 60. You know, my machinery over there takes a little bit. That thing takes a little bit. It's just, you got power going to various different places. So 512 by itself isn't enough. So I doubled it up down there. So we're pushing 2 big trucks down that lane, because 1 big truck wasn't enough. Now, of note is that we can push as many trucks down that fucking lane as we want, so long as we don't upgrade the trucks to, like, I don't know, those big dump trucks you see in strip mines, right? Which we can do. It's called extreme voltage. We may have to do that later. But, ooh, is that obsidian? Is that obsidian right there? Hey, I wanted to see what that looked like coming through. Cool. Cool. Good. So, that tells me my sorting machine is working. I didn't think I had obsidian set improperly. So, I mean, I guess I expected that to work, but whatever. We'll just add this to my organization. You'll see here, this is all, yeah, this is my random shit chest. This is everything that I didn't plan for. So, these are all the regular ores. This is everything I didn't plan for. Garbage, raw carbon. Oh, I should go over the autocrafters. So, I couldn't find the autocrafters in the wiki. I couldn't find them. I did everything I could to try and find these freaking things. You know, what do you think they'd be called? Like, auto crafting bench, advanced crafting bench, powered crafting bench, crafting automatic maker 9000 RS, like a fucking Acura commercial? No. You know what they're called? Batch crafters. Crafters, which the wiki, you know, it has to be the correct phrasing, and you type so fast you don't even see it go by. batch crafter. Yeah, so those are nice. That means I can take basically coal and turn it into you know, carbon fibers and stuff automatically. Super nice, super easy. The raw carbon fibers are necessary for these wind turbines, which, oh my god, they're actually barely spinning. If you weren't around last episode, by the way, I have a jetpack. That's why I can fly. I'm not like cheating or anything. So the raw carbon fibers are what we use to build these wind turbines, and boy howdy are they expensive. This has been running. This is my steel generation machine. It generates steel from iron. It has been running constantly since I started, or since I built that, which has been, I've done stuff in this in this base for probably 20 hours or so. So this thing's probably been running for 20 hours, and that's how much steel we've got. It takes an entire brick of this, so 9 steel ingots to make one of those turbines. Same for the water ones. So they're not cheap. And the coal, I mean, the coal going into that is about 300 pieces of coal into one wind turbine. So just so you know. Now then, where this wire runs down yonder way is to the next big power generation thing that isn't going to require any kind of weird environmental effects to work properly. And that is what all this advanced bullshit is for here. Fairly complicated, but not really. It's simple in concept, but kind of complicated in execution. You recognize this. This is a step-down transformer. Same thing I've got over there. Easy peasy. It just runs the truck. It runs the big truck down this line so that you don't have so many crashes from all the cars. I like that analogy. It's stupid. Okay. So it runs the big truck down that line. So we're generating right here. These things generate about 100 on the top one, about 50 on the bottom one. This is not the maximum, by the way. This is 150 off this one. So we've got one of these right here. You'll notice there's something red coming in the top and something blue coming out the bottom. Down yonder way, out the bottom. You probably know what I'm going to walk back into. Can you hear it? Yeah, it's a nuclear reactor. There are 2 variants of the nuclear reactor. Here's the inside in case you wanted to see it. You can tell it's been running for a minute. This is what they call, I don't remember what they exactly call it, but it's the water-cooled one. It heats water. Well, it heats coolant, and it uses that coolant there to generate the power. So basically this is using nuclear fuel. Not much, actually. This is only 4 pieces of the uranium that we've got back at the base. So it's not expensive to run these things. The components are kind of pricey if you use them. They're kind of pricey, but they're kind of a one-time build. Like, I can reuse all these. This thing will be full, by the way, when it's running at full tick. This was just an experimental build. This is a proof of concept. So we're going to upgrade this thing in short order. Yeah, this thing can generate, by what I've got down written for numbers, and I have a lot of numbers written here. This bad mammer jammer here can output about 750. So, knowing that this thing can put out 750 means that we can count on having that, and we can count on running our automatic miners for a longer period of time. This is just going to be an explanation episode because I did so much between this episode and the last one. I'm such an asshole. Really should record that. This would be a good streaming game, actually. Not sure if I should leave that in. What we need to do next, though, is build our... Oh, I have a bunch of sticky resin in my inventory. That's gross. We need more diamonds. That is why I started recording. Well, that and the wind turbines aren't spinning. Well, they are now, but I don't know how much power they're generating. Are they enough to keep my MFEs full? Sorry, let's just look. Just have a quick looksy-pooksy. Quick looksy. No. No. My power generating capability right now is about 800 a tick, assuming these things are actually whipping around, and that is not moving at all. I don't know if you can see those, but just trust me, they're not moving as fast as they should be. And I have to fly up because they don't spawn, or they don't render from this far away, so you have to kind of fly up to look at them. Yeah, neither here nor there. So we need more diamonds. How many do I have? I guess I don't actually know how many we have. Oop-a-doop. Fuck, I have 17. I need to make another advanced miner, is the gist of it. Okay, so the answer is yes, I can build one of these. This is enough diamonds. I need precisely... Oh, shit, I just had it. I know I'm just on a blank screen. Hold on. Just chill, everybody. Everybody calm the hell down. 4, 8, 16 diamonds. Oh, I need 17 diamonds to build one of these. What are the odds on that one? All right, I'm not going to show you the process. You know how the hell they're built. Well, wait a minute. Do I have any energy crystals? I did have energy crystals left. Oh my god, I've got 5 energy crystals. Ooh, that saved me a lot of effort. Okay, so yeah, I can build one of these. That's going to be no problem, actually. I think I only need 1 of them then. Yeah, I only need 1 of them and 4 energy crystals. Yeehaw, bitches. We got this shit. Oh, and as far as other ores are concerned, yeah, we've got fucking plenty. Yeah. we're not going to run out of other ores, but there's a whole nother tier of machinery that we can get. This isn't even the last set of armor. There's another set of armor past these that require an ass ton of diamonds to make. Yeah, we gonna get to that, son. We might even do that today. That'd be exciting. I'd love that shit. Let me make the miner. Making the miner. Yeah, so that didn't require much. Just do a little sleepy so it's daytime for us here. That didn't require much to make. A lot of plate smashing, really. So, yeah, whatever. A little bit of time consumption, that's alright. Alright, so we do have one energy crystal left, because we used the 4 for the MFE. So what we can do... How are my windmills... God, those things suck. They're great when they're going, or like when it's storming and they're generating like 150 apiece, but fuck, when they're not moving, they're not moving. So here's the deal. The advanced miner doesn't need anything to run, aside from power, obviously. I heard a Zambombo. Hello? Zambombo. Why do they all have gold armor now? I swear to God, every time I see one of these fuckers, he's wearing gold armor. What's with you guys? What's with you, mate? Wearing gold armor and shit everywhere. So the advanced miner only needs power to work. It does burn a bit of power to work, but it has an MFE on the inside, so it holds 4 million power. An MFE being one of these things. So it holds as much power as one of these bad mammer jammers. What the fucking Christ? How'd you get in here? How'd you get in here? You cheese. Where'd he go? Sticking son of a bitch. Here, I have something for you. I made a Nano Saber, if I didn't tell you that last time. Nano Saber's okay. You can turn it on like this and it makes noises. Like a lightsaber, and it does a shit ton of damage, especially when you crit, like so. See all those hearts? Oh my god, so many hearts. Don't give me that. I don't want that. Get it away from me. It burns power when it's on though, so you're gonna turn it off. Don't forget to turn it off and leave it in your inventory and burn all of your power immediately, which, how much do I have? So here's what I can do. I haven't gone over what we're gonna do with this. These aren't gonna... Fuck. Those aren't gonna do anything. That sucks. I was hoping I'd have some power for this episode, but... That's not gonna happen because it's not windy outside today. Alright, fuck it, whatever. What we can do is we can take this energy crystal and put it down here in our hotbar, and because we have this charging energy crystal, which is basically 4 of these fucking things, it will charge this. Slowly, mind. Fairly slowly, actually. It'll charge this. We can slap this in the advanced miner, and why we need to do that, and as soon as I grab a chest over yonder way, is because we can slap this thing down at a layer that works best for finding diamonds, because they work from top down, right? They scan... Ooh, you know what I need? I forgot. Shit. Okay, I can just pull it out of the other one. This is fine. This is fine. Let me just grab a redstone block. And just stay with me here. Keep up with me. Here we go. These things do require one other component that actually eats about 1 million EU by itself, but this one should be charged. A scanning chip is what they need, and my other one should be down here. There he is. This thing. An OV scanner. Right. Those are expensive to make, IARC. So we'll just shut this thing down by putting a redstone signal to it. A redstone block emits redstone signals, so I can just bar all the other circuitry and throw down a redstone block there, and it'll shut it off. So we're going to pull this bitch out. Mind you, this is a lot of money in my inventory right now. Fucking energy crystals and diamonds and shit. And we got to go down to, let's say layer 17-ish, I think. Do I have my laser gun? I do. We want to go down to about layer 11. Let me try that again. We want to go down to about layer 17. Because diamonds spawn below 15, if I recall correctly. God, I hope I'm right about that. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about picking up more than just diamonds. I only want diamonds. That's literally all I want. And it's disgusting. Alright, so let's do this. Just pop our way down here. This is my old mining chute here. I didn't think I'd actually need it again, but then I thought about it. After not thinking about it, I thought about it, and I realized I was going to need it again. This thing occasionally lights stuff on fire too. The mining laser does, which is, I suppose, neat in and of itself. So I'm gonna head down to that layer and we'll set this bitch up and see what we can do. Why is there a step missing right here? Who the fuck took a step? What? Was there one of those ender bitches down here just fucking pulled out a step? Okay, you know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. 36, 35, 32, 25, 20, 19, 18, 17. Beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. By the way, the most annoying noise in the world. Have you ever heard somebody driving one of those fucking mobility scooters? Not that I have anything against people on mobility scooters, but have you ever heard somebody drive one of those things and like tapping the reverse and it's like beep, 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 beep. Sounds like fucking Morse code from the 1800s. Yeah, it's the most annoying thing in the world because those things are literally designed to be the loudest shit ever. Yeah, it's fucking obnoxious. Okay, so we're over here. Of note is that I have not put a miner above this yet. They've all been that way a little bit. So nothing over here is going to be mined. And I need to make sure that I realize where my centerline marker is, so that way I'm actually mining in areas that make sense to mine in. So I'm going to go back up to the top and check my centerline coordinates. So this is my centerline block right here. For my miners, I mean, one went 32 that way, one went 32 that way. They're both 32 that way. So I need to go 32 this way and 32 that way. Does that make sense? Because they mine in a 64 by 64 square. That's how these advanced miners work. So if I'm 32 one way and 32 the other way out from here, does that make sense? I know that I'm mining in a square, this square, and then I'll mine this square, which I'm doing right now. Then I'm going to mine the bottom part of this square and the bottom part of this square. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go set that up. I didn't even check the fucking coordinates. You came up here, Whamo, you fucking twat. Coordinates are hard. 695er is what we're looking for. We're looking for 695er. And ideally, we'd be something like, what do we need? 32 out, and that was what, 70 some? So realistically, we'd only need to be out about right here. So we should be just fine. We should be actually about 2 chunks out. Yeah, we're damn near 2 chunks out right here. Does anybody remember 695er was the number I'm looking for here? So we need to build this out to 695er, which is 1 more block. That's 695 right there. Okie dokie. And we can just kind of arbitrarily slap this right here. Badoop, badoop. Get my stairs out of here. Actually, really get my stairs out of here. Throw them down the staircase. Throwing stairs down a staircase. It's weird. What is the world coming to when you're throwing stairs down a staircase? Let's make sure and put my inventory away. That doesn't mean I break shit. Doesn't mean I break shit. There we go. That'll work. And we will take this. And that's everything I need. Get my golden... Oh, yeah. My food, by the way, of choice has been golden carrots. They are fantastic. So the miner goes right here. Kerplunk, right? It needs the card. Good, it didn't take charge. It needs a charge, which it's going to take slowly. And it should not be spitting out cobblestone right now. Why are you spitting out cobblestone? Stop it. Stop spitting out cobblestone. I don't like you, Mr. Miner. I don't like you. Stop it. Stop spitting out cobblestone. I guess I need to read how these work again, because apparently I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'll back that. I'm an idiot. Okay, so here's the word. We keep her in blacklist mode, and we put in what we don't want to mine. So I don't want to mine cobblestone. I'm pretty pleased don't mine cobblestone. We will also throw this chest on top of it, because that way it doesn't just spit shit out at me like a fucking... I was going to say a cheerleader at a frat party, but probably shouldn't go there. Okay. Let's put the card back in, your dumbass. And now you won't mine cobblestone, right? Are you not mining cobblestone right now? You better... Oh, for fuck's sake. Why am I so stupid? Be lava up here. Please be lava above it. Yeah, that would have been great. So we'll go ahead and toss some... Well, I was going to put some dorite in here anyway. Put a dorite in here, because we don't want to mine dorite. Okay. We do want to mine tin ore, so we'll leave tin ore. Coal's... Is coal fine? Do we want to mine coal? Is that alright? Let me charge this energy crystal too. I'm just burning my onboard charge to charge this thing. And you notice it doesn't burn a whole lot of power per operation. I mean, considering what it can be pulling up is going to be significant. Iron's fine. I'm waiting to see andesite and the other one. The other fucking stupid one. What is the other one? Well, let's go ahead and throw a chunk of dirt in there too. What is this? This is... That's dorite, right? Yep. Let's throw a chunk of dirt in there. Sorry, I know. This is all very entertaining, isn't it? That's not what I want. I want this. Throw a chunk of dirt in there, so you're not mining dirt. Don't want to do that. And then, is there anything else you've mined that I don't want? You're mining andesite right now. Well, we don't want to mine andesite, so that would be good to not do. Pretty please. Put that in blacklist. I have a whole blacklist list in my other miner, but I'm just too lazy to run over there and look at it. So we're just going to do it this way, because... I mean, this is more exciting, isn't it? And just look at the shit, and we can just throw shit downstairs, too. What is not fun about throwing shit downstairs? Especially when it's useless andesite, dorite, cobblestone. I mean, come on. This is fun. Let me put my golden carrots on here, too. Don't want to throw those down the stairs. Nah, don't need the coal. Got plenty of coal. Hey, lapis. Okay, we do want lapis, so that's fine. That can be mined just dandy-like. And we'll go ahead and throw some more charge in this bad boy. So yeah, on the up and up... All things considered, this should pull at the speediest possible manner about a stack and a half worth of diamonds within a relatively short period of time. I'm not going to throw any upgrades in here. I could throw overclockers in here, make it go faster, but it'll burn way more power. And as it sits now, you see it's not really dropping power that much per operation. Shit, it's got another 3,000 operations in there, 2,500 maybe. 2,500 little blips of that, which should be more than adequate to clear everything down to bedrock. I would think anyway, and more power in this. It does retain the power under 75%. So even if we do have extra power in this and we pop it out of here, it's not going to lose all that power. So there's no loss of power here. Just efficiency, really. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little bit more of a charge just to be safe. And then I'm going to let this thing run its little black magic fuckery, and we'll come back in a little bit and see what she's generated, eh? There's a type of shit ore we haven't seen in here. Oh, well, there it is. It's granite. That answers that question, isn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm smarter than I look, I swear. I'll just throw some granite down the stairs. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with Crisco. I may throw another chest on top of this too, because I think we may need more room, maybe? I'm not sure how much ore is down here on this level. Well, I can't walk down the stairs because there's a pile of garbage on the stairs, akin to a cat waiting to hit cat you down the stairs, which nobody likes. So I'm gonna go buy another chest. Build. Create from nothing another chest. And then we will, yeah, I'll come back to you when that thing's full or done or whatever the hell it decides it wants to do. Maybe it lights on fire. I don't know. We'll see in a second. Still not generating power, by the way. Yeah, this seems to be tied to startup state of the game. Sometimes I'll start this up and these things will be just roaring and they don't stop while I'm playing. And other times I'll start up and they won't be moving and they won't start moving. So, an interesting quirk if you're playing Industrial Craft along with Buildcraft mod, or Feed the Beast, indubitably, if you prefer that style of craziness, which I am not gonna get into Feed the Beast. That shit is insane. So yeah, no, we'll look at the miner when it's done. How did you get in the base? You're not supposed to be able to spawn in here. Also, why are you on fire? I didn't light him on fire. What? I think these lights output at the daylight light level. So when a mob walks near it, they light on fire. It's hilarious. Also, I got a horsey horse. Look at him. He's adorable. He's adorable. Can you name these fucking things? You can't name horses? Are you kidding me? I bet I can put a name tag on him and name him. He's adorable. He's got golden armor. Hold on, I'm gonna put a name tag on him. What should we name him? What should we name the horse? Anyone? Anyone? Should we name the horse anything? Do I have a name tag? Tell me I have a name tag. I do have a name tag. I don't know how name tag work. Take this. Okay, that's not it. Take this. That's not it either. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, horsey. Horsey, I'm sorry. Horsey, I'm sorry. Jeez. Needy bitch. Name tag? Name tag. Yeah, don't know how name tags work. Fuck me, right? But, you know, I got a horsey, bro. So that's cool. There's a horsey. Yeah, there's a name tag. This is my distilled water setup. Distilled water, a necessary component of the nuclear reactor. Very nice, huh? Also annoyingly slow. That's only a few buckets worth right there. Not great at all. Can this horsey go down into the nuclear reactor over here? Oh, it can. Let's irradiate horsey. Let's make an irradiated super horsey. Super horsey going to be irradiated. You stay right there and grow like 6 extra limbs, some wings, and a horn. That would be preferable. I'm going to forget he's in here and this thing's going to blow up, which nuclear reactors do explode, but the way this one's designed, not necessarily this layout here, which can be, it's completely modular. You can put whatever the fuck you want in here, and there are shit tons of components. Well, not shit tons, but a lot of ways to organize them. And if you do it wrong, with not this type, but with the other type, the EU reactor. There's an EU reactor and there's a heat reactor. This is a heat reactor. With a heat reactor, it'll just turn one of these blocks into lava and it'll shut off. So it's, no, nothing happens. It doesn't detonate itself in a serious explosion. If this were an EU reactor and that overheated, or for some reason the core temperature reached 100%, the shit would explode. Like, it would literally detonate an area all the way to my base. That is the reason that this is here. This is reinforced stone. This is why I have the construction foam sprayer. This is why I was spraying those wires over there that I was talking about earlier, that I said not to worry about. You thought that obsidian was hard to break? Yeah. Look at this shit. This stuff does not play around when it comes to resistance. That is insanely hard to break. Where'd it go? Insanely hard to break. Also, it has to cure in sunlight. So you spray it on there and then it has to harden over time. So, yeah. That goes 1 block into the ground, by the way. This will stop the explosion. Granted, this thing doesn't explode, but I didn't know what I was going to build. This will stop any explosion from getting to the base, and it will protect all these fun little components, which actually we can go over real quick if you want. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 machines here. Yeah, you know the kinetic generator part. That's easy. This just generates power because these here steam turbines are spinning. So these two are spinning because they're steam turbines. These are spinning because we are having heat generated here, or pressurized steam, what they call superheated steam in this case. It's kind of an arbitrary system. It bears no relevance to real life. Save for a few similarities of pressure and heat. Essentially what it does is it takes this coolant here from these two liquid heat exchangers, which output, again, completely arbitrary unit. They output 100 HU each. It requires 200 HU to heat this thing to superheated steam level, which you want to use. So those two here take this hot coolant that comes out of the reactor. They take the hot coolant that comes out, and they produce heat based on these heat conductors, and you can tell they burn coolant. And this heat reactor, by the way, is right at the tippy tap of being able to output a constant supply of superheated steam. It needs to be 4 KU, or HU, sorry, a second, in order to supply a constant supply of superheated steam. I built it specifically as close as I could to that, as safe as possible, just to test this setup. So bear in mind, this isn't running 100%, it's running, whatever, 95%. That's why they're kind of flickering on and off like this, because they run dry just for a brief second, and that's why they're kind of blinking. That's also why the power generation is kind of weird. So, those two heaters go into the steam boiler. It heats this here, which it's hard to tell it's in there, but it's right down here. It's distilled water, just straight distilled water, which this coolant is made out of distilled water mixed with lapis. This distilled water is obviously just distilled water. It's the same thing that's over here in these cylinders, except for that one. That was a mistake. That's steam in there. Don't ask me why or how it is still steam. It's been steam since I built this thing about 5 hours ago, so that's something. So distilled water basically goes through here. It runs through the turbines, and this area around the turbine can fill with water if it's too cold. It says right here it's condensing on it, but because of the way I've got the piping set up from Buildcraft mod, these are one-way pipes. Basically, it means the steam turbines can drain themselves right back into the steam boiler. So essentially, I can run an inefficient setup because these have fluid ejectors on them. So basically, the distilled water goes into here, becomes steam. The steam goes into here and becomes somewhat water, and it kicks down to regular steam. The regular steam goes into here, and then it turns into water in this here, which is the condenser. So, yeah, this a necessary component to prevent steam explosions is what the wiki would have you believe. I think it's just another added complexity to the whole system. So essentially, the steam has to run top to bottom here. It runs top to bottom, or it's supposed to. Sometimes it condenses on the turbines because they're flickering like that. It wouldn't condense if they weren't flickering. So this is really just a stopgap measure, having this like this. So you know how it works. So all that runs down here. Steam runs into here, turns back into water, runs right back up into the steam boiler. Bob's your uncle. These two spin, generate kinetic energy. The kinetic generators here, same thing I use on the wind turbines up top. These generate EU based on the amount of kinetic energy produced by these things. Yeah, I can pull this steam turbine out, by the way. Same thing as the wind turbines. They have little blades in them that need to come out, and they're not cheap to make. These are fairly spendy, so I'm glad I'm getting the ore. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Yep, I think so. This thing needs power. The condenser needs power only because it's running heat vents to help it speed up the condensation. Nothing else really crazy about that. I'm running low resistance wire, so I'm not burning a whole bunch of power because that's a super long run. Fairly simple. So this thing generates about 150. Like I said, at full chooch, at full pull, full chooch, Jesus Christ. Have you guys watched AVE's channel? He's like a tool reviewer. He's a great guy. You should watch him. Look up AVE. It's fantastic. Anyway, at full pull, these guys generate 150 apiece. I'm going to have probably 4 more of them at least for the full-size reactor. It may be more. I might have to push that wall out. I'm not 100%. Like I said, this is only the test reactor, and I really wanted to show it to you before I went this, to serious town, big-time, no place, melting shit area. These are dual fuel rods. Now, you make fuel rods in singles. You can make a dual, and you can make a quad. You can also get something called neutron reflectors, arbitrary resemblance to real life. Essentially, you put a quad in there and put a neutron reflector next to it, it makes it twice as efficient. Barring some bad math, it makes it so it heats up more, essentially, and you have to dissipate that heat with these various components. That's the gist of the reactor. The more uranium that you have in there and the more reflecting points that you have in there, so these two next to each other are reflecting, the more power it generates, and it's kind of a runaway situation. So if I were to put 4 quads in there and reflectors on both sides, there's no fucking way in hell I could cool that thing without using some kind of exploit. But the reactor that I've got set up, which believe me did take a lot of setup to do, and I've got it off to the side here, that I will use is, yeah, a lot more powerful than that thing. But we need more diamonds before I get there because I need to redo my power generation system. So let's go check on that diamond situation, shall we? Oh, you know what I forgot about? I forgot about gravel. I forgot about gravel and flint. I bet this fucking thing's gonna be full of gravel and flint now. Well, it's got some stairs in it. Thank fuck it mined the stairs. Glad it did that. Okay, so we'll put the stairs in there. There's no gravel yet or flint. I might want to just go grab that. Why the fuck is stairs in there? Jesus Christ. I didn't even think about it. It is a block that we placed. I mean, it is below the mining machine and it can reach over here. Why wouldn't it mine the stairs? It makes perfect goddamn sense. You just don't think about it. Ridiculous. I'm going to go get some gravel and flint. And it's not going to mine above it or below it. Yeah, we're fine. I'm going to get some gravel and flint and throw it in here so we're not pulling up a whole shit ton of gravel. And another chest, which I meant to grab the first time I went up there. Instead, I ended up explaining the nuclear reactor to everybody. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to shoot me an email, I'll explain for a charge. You want me to explain something? I'll explain it. You just got to pay me a little bit of money, like 25 cents, nickel, dollar, I don't know. Toss me some change. I'll explain something to you. I don't know how I don't have any gravel. Is there sand in that thing? No, there wouldn't be sand down there. That'd make no goddamn sense. Well, I can show you the construction foam sprayer at least. So it's this is the automated. I use air quotes. Automated setup for building construction foam, which is not an entirely simple process in and of itself. Wow. I didn't think that. Ow! Fucking who put that there? I didn't think that that fucking thing would fill up like that. Are you ejecting? Are we even mining anymore? No, because I stopped the mining process. I'm willing to bet this fucker shoots out stone dust over there. Because this chest is full of it. Whatever. It's kind of a burnable resource anyway. Anyway, sorry, getting off topic. Stone dust in here. Stone dust. We have to insert sand and clay in here in order to make it. I know, it's kind of a shitty workaround, but it kind of needs to be done. This is a pump that generates water from an infinite pond below it. And this here is a fluid solid canning machine. Behind this is a crafting machine, which I suppose I can just show you without bashing my skull in on that again. Can I show the crafting machine? I can. And this is the recipe in order to make construction foam powder. You mix the construction foam powder with water in the canning machine and you generate construction foam, which if I go to my sprayer here, or indeed my backpack here, yeah, you'll see it has construction foam 70k MB. It's probably a real unit. No, it really bears no relevance here. So construction foam works like so. Yep, you right click, it generates a big old blob of foam. This shit does harden and it's hard to break once it does harden. This right now, it's like fluff. It's like Oreo fluff. And you can walk into it. I know you can walk into it. I've done it and I almost died. There we go, see? You can walk into it. So you can drown yourself. Air quotes on the drown. No, it's hardening. Don't harden, please. Oh, okay, this stuff's easy to break. So you can build the foam like that. It does harden over time and you can kill yourself in it. Like if you fall into a bunch of it and you don't know how to get out, yeah, good luck there because you aren't getting out. It's harder than shit to find a way out. Anyway, if you were to take some, I have some over here. If you were to take some iron scaffolding, which is I thought I was going to need a lot more, so I set up a building supply of it, which is kind of the, I suppose, early game, essentially early game-ish thing that they expect you to use to mine with. Iron scaffolding is this. It's like a ladder that you can just keep adding pieces on by clicking on the bottom of it and you can climb. Yeah, does that make sense? It's just a ladder. That's all it is. A ladder that you can just, and then break the bottom of to get the whole ladder back. It's an advanced ladder. That's all it is. But you can take this here and build yourself something like that. And if you construction foam it, like so, it just goes onto the iron scaffolding. Ouch. And you don't suffocate in it. Now, when this hardens, it becomes reinforced stone instead of just regular construction foam stone or whatever the fuck that shit's called. And this is where I get the reinforced stone in order to build the shields around the nuclear reactor. So once it hardens here, it will be literally impossible to break. Like, it will be harder than shit to break. So I'm not going to let that harden. Because I did that to about 2 stacks out here, and it took me a half hour to break that shit. A half hour, I shit you not. I was sitting out here mining for a fucking half hour on that stuff. It was not great. I was watching a YouTube video or something on the side. Ooh, I have more water turbines. I forgot about that. I made a whole bunch of them, didn't I? Also, I have more ore in here. Fucking just ore coming out my ear holes. Got all kinds of fucking ore. What did I come up here for? Does anybody know? I came up here for a reason. Oh, I didn't have any gravel. Came up here for a chest is what I came up here for. Fucking Jesus Christ, pay attention to what you're doing, man. What you fucking idiot. Get this rubber out of your inventory. I came up here for a chest and some flint and gravel. I don't have either flint or gravel. I must have thrown it away with my cleaning that I recently did. Alright, 2 chests on there. No diamond as of yet. How far down are you, suppose? Its Z is minus 15, but that doesn't matter. Y is what we're looking at. It's 2 layers down right now. So it's gone through the first layer, it's going through the second layer now. So it's only mined out where this one stair was and this spot here. So this is the layer it's going through now, right here. We were at 17. Hold on, let me find F3 again. That's 17 and a half. So we went through layer 18. We're getting on to layer 17, so it won't hit any diamonds yet. It's got another 2 or 3 layers to go. So how much power do we have left in it? Make sure and grab the power crystal out. So yeah, it should have the power to reach all the way down to bedrock. It should, mind. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave this episode, guys. I've explained a lot of stuff. When we come back, I'll show you what's in that chest. We'll see if we got any diamonds out of it. We'll probably set it back up again over yonder way. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry, it was kind of an explanation-heavy episode. But yeah, I don't know. I love you, and I'll see you next time.